Hello everyone, DM Gashbad here. In anticipation of the new Ghostbusters movie, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, coming out pretty soon, I figured it was a good time to finally go and do the game report for our final game of Ghostbusters, the board game. So here we have Scenario 4 of Campaign 1, the Slimer situation. The last scenario, the finale. We've finally tracked down Slimer and it's our job to capture him. As always, we're using the original 4 Ghostbusters, but we can keep all the experience that we've gained in the campaign so far. So Venkman is at 20 XP at level 4, Stans has gotten himself all the way up to max XP at level 5, Winston is real close, 27 XP at level 4, and Egon Spengler, XP 28, also right on the cusp of going up to level 5, but currently at level 4. And here are all the ghosts that we've painted for the campaign so far. Finally got ourselves a Slimer. As always, I've only painted the ghosts that start on the board. The ones in the spirit world, or the ones that might be formed when 2 ghosts combine, they'll just have to stay in the transparent plastic for the most part. The quote-unquote good news is that in this scenario, there are very few ghosts in the spirit world. There are lots on the table, but very few in reserve. We just have a single galloping ghoul, a single gruesome twosome, and a single boogaloo manifestation. That's a problem because if a ghost is required to come from the spirit world and there are none in there, then we lose the scenario. Also in this game, we have an additional loss condition. Slimer himself is going to start in the middle of the bottom board edge. At the end of every ghost round, he's going to move 1 square towards a slime token. There's a slime token in every corner. He's going to start moving to the one in the lower right, then he's going to go into the upper right, the upper left, and then the bottom left. If he makes it to the bottom left token, then we lose. For every slime token that he touches, he also gets harder to trap. He starts with needing 4 streams from at least 2 different Ghostbusters to be able to trap him, but for every base he tags, that goes up by 1. So he touches the first slime token, we will then need 5 streams to capture him. And we can't even attack him until we've closed all the gates. There are 4 gates on the board, again 1 in each corner. They take 2 streams to close, you hit him on a 4+, and if we miss him, then the Ghostbuster gets slimed and a ghost from the spirit world emerges. And that's not great because, like I said, there aren't a whole lot of ghosts in the spirit world. The chaos die at the end of every round can also cause us some problems. If it rolls an open gate, then a ghost emerges from the gate, again, not great. And if we roll a closed gate, then every Ghostbuster within line of sight of either an open or closed gate gets slimed. If you're curious, Slimer himself is a fast little spud. We hit him on a 4+, if we hit him, then he'll move 2 spaces towards the Ghostbuster that just fired. If we miss him, then every adjacent Ghostbuster gets slimed and he moves 2 spaces in a random direction. He can't move off the board though. If he goes off of one board edge, he reappears on the opposite side. So it's not going to be an easy task wrangling him, getting all those capture streams on him when he's moving around like that. Thankfully, it's a relatively open board. There's not a whole lot of obstructing terrain compared to some of the other boards. I don't have to use any of my fences. The Ghostbusters start in the Ecto 1, which is in kind of the top center. And that's about it. Let's get to it. We randomly determine the turn order and Pete Venkman is going to go first. So we can't attack Slimer until we close the gates, and I don't dare try to start closing the gates until we get a couple more ghosts in the spirit world, because if we miss, then we're going to empty the spirit world real quick, and that's going to end the game. So first thing we got to do is get some more ghosts into the Ecto 1. So Venkman leaves the Ecto and immediately starts blasting at the easy-to-capture galloping ghouls. Getting out of the car is a free maneuver, so I've got 3 actions left. I'm gonna blast away. I capture a ghoul off to the left and up at the top, but I miss another one off to the left and it charges towards me. Ray Stans is next. He gets out of the car and zaps the ghoul that charged towards Venkman. He captures him, but when a ghoul is captured, it slimes everyone that's adjacent to him, so Ray and Pete get a slime each. Thanks, Ray. Ray can remove it from himself for free, so that doesn't slow him down. He then fires at 2 of the gruesome twosomes in the lower left and misses twice. They both advance towards him. Winston Zedmore is up next. He gets out of the car on the other side and he's going to focus on closing the gates. He moves off to the gate in the upper right. He manages to hit with his first shot, putting capture stream on it. Great, halfway there. But then he misses with his second. He gets a slime token and a ghoul emerges. Egon Spengler exits the Ecto 1 next to round out the turn. And he exits weapons hot. He captures the galloping ghoul and the gruesome twosome near that top right gate. That puts him at level 5. Now all Ghostbusters can re-roll a roll of a 1 on their combat die. End of the round, and so we roll the chaos die and we get a closed gate, specifically one in the top left. The galloping ghoul has already emerged, so a gruesome twosome comes out of there. That means it's just a single boogaloo manifestation left in the spirit world. That's not great, and of course at the very end of the round, Slimer moves 1 square towards that slime token in the bottom right. Probably a big stack of candy bars or something. New round starting with Venkman. Venkman goes and fires at the gruesome twosome, and he manages to hit with a 6, which activates his special ability. He gets a free attack action against that same ghost. He also hits with that, meaning he captures that gruesome twosome with a single action. Nice job, Pete. That means he can move over to Winston, hand all his ghosts to him, so hopefully Winston can deposit them in the Ecto-1 in his turn, and repopulate that spirit world. I didn't take a picture of this, but in Ray Stan's turn, he goes and hits the gruesome twosome near him. One of Ray Stan's special abilities is that when he hits a ghost, he can remove a slime token either from himself or a nearby Ghostbuster. He chooses to remove one from Winston. He does get slimed from hitting that twosome, but another of his special abilities allows him to remove one of those slime tokens from himself for free, which he does. And with his second shot, he captures the gruesome twosome. Look at us, cleaning up the town. Winston's up next. His special ability is that he can deposit ghosts as a free action, and he can do it so long as he has line of sight to the Ecto-1, so that's what he does. He then goes and continues shooting at that top right gate. He misses for his first shot. That gives him another slime token, and another ghoul comes out. That means he only has 1 action left this round. He fires again, and this time he hits. That closes the gate. It also gives him enough XP to go up to level 5. That's great. Everyone except for Venkman is at max XP. It also gives an ability to all the Ghostbusters. We now can move 3 squares instead of 2 with every move action. That's phenomenal. Egon is next. He helps out the team by removing a slime token from Winston, and then he takes 2 shots at the gruesome twosome in the lower left. Egon is by far the most accurate Ghostbuster. Once a turn, he can re-roll a failed to hit die. He always gets to re-roll 1s because of the special ability that he gives to everybody. And if he hits a ghost, then in his next attack action, he can roll 2 dice and choose the best one. And yet, somehow, he still manages to miss twice, getting Ray slimed in the process. I'd like to say this is just a fluke, but honestly, we're going to do this a lot. At the end of the turn, we roll the chaos die and we get the chaos symbol. That means every ghost within line of sight of a Ghostbuster is going to behave as if it were just missed by a proton stream, so that means there's a lot of ghosts wandering around and crashing into us. At the end of the day, Ray and Egon both get slimed, and in all the confusion, we forget to move Slimer ahead his 1 square. I think we're going to fix it later on, though. In further bad news, 2 gruesome twosomes in the top left move into each other and form a Boogaloo manifestation. One of those gruesome twosomes had a capture stream on them. We mistakenly leave it on. You're supposed to remove those. It's not really going to matter though. Anyway, back to the top of the turn. Venkman is up first, and he doesn't like his odds of shooting at these really powerful ghosts surrounding him, so he just removes the slime from Egon and then moves back to the other side of the Ecto. Stans isn't so scared though. He removes the slime token from himself for free and then takes a shot at the Boogaloo manifestation in the top left. He immediately misses. The Boogaloo crashes through him, giving him another slime token and ending his turn. Winston's kind of getting used to being the guy to actually get stuff done. He moves off to the top left to go target the gate up there. He hits it with his first shot, adding capture stream, but then misses with his second, getting slimed and making a ghoul emerge. That's okay. For his free action, he goes and deposits the 2 gruesome twosomes that he's carrying around back into the spirit world. Egon takes his cue from Winston. He moves to the bottom right. He shoots at a ghoul as blocking his shot to the bottom right gate, capturing him, and then shoots at the gate, hitting that as well. At the end of the round, we roll a closed gate. Egon, Pete, and Winston can all draw line of sight to a gate, and so they all get slimed, and Slimer moves up his 1 square. Venkman has 2 slime tokens on him, so he only has 1 action. Full of misplaced confidence, he takes a shot at the top left gate, trying to get that thing closed, but he misses. Gets himself slimed, 3 slime tokens. Not good, and another ghoul emerges. Ray Stans removes another slime token from himself for free, meaning he has 2 actions left. He continues to battle the Boogaloo manifestation. He does manage to hit. It comes charging towards him, doesn't quite get into contact, but it discourages him from taking another shot. Because Ray hit, he gets to remove a slime token from Winston, and then spends his final action to remove a slime token from Venkman. So over to Winston, he goes and shoots at the gate, but he misses as well. This gate is just causing us problems. He gets a second slime token, meaning that ends his turn, and another galloping ghoul comes out. Back over to Egon in the lower right, he takes a shot at that gate, just needs 1 more capture stream, and he misses. He gets slimed, that ends his turn. We're out of galloping ghouls in the spirit world, so a gruesome twosome emerges, and it emerges onto the other gruesome twosome, forming another Boogaloo manifestation. That was definitely a bad turn, and it's only getting worse. We roll the chaos die and we again get the chaos symbol. So all these boogaloo manifestations that are right next to us go charging through our ranks again. Ray gets slimed twice, the other Ghostbusters get slimed once, but we all end up with 3 slime tokens. None of us are actually going to have any action starting in the next round. And to make matters worse, the boogaloo manifestation that had the capture streams on it now moves far enough away from Ray so that he loses those. And 2 galloping ghouls run off the table, so now we can't use those to repopulate the spirit world. Just a bad round, and next round isn't going to be that much better. Because all most of us can do is remove a slime token. Venkman removes 1, Ray can remove a slime token for free, so he does that. So he actually gets an action this round. He's going to take a shot at that galloping ghoul, because if he hits, and he hits on a 3+, he can remove a slime token from someone else, which is nice, but he misses. So Winston removes a slime from himself, as does Egon. We roll up the wavy line gate, which means that a gruesome twosome emerges from there. We're so dejected that I forget to move Slimer. Oh well, back to the Ghostbusters. Venkman actually has an action this round, so he removes a slime token from Ray. Hopefully he can do something productive. Ray removes the last slime token from himself, and then he goes and shoots at the galloping ghoul. He manages to capture it this time and removes a slime token from Winston. Unfortunately, because the galloping ghoul was right next to Ray and Pete, they both get slimed again. Ray has 1 action left now, and he uses it to drop the galloping ghoul and the gruesome twosome into the Ecto-1. Give us a little breathing room. Winston's next with his whole 2 actions, fires again at that top left gate, and finally we close the gate. Halfway there. When Winston hits with a proton stream, he gets a free move action, so he uses that to move down to the lower left. He now has 1 more action, and instead of doing the safe thing, which is to take another move action, move in on that gate, he's going to try and get that free move again by shooting at the gruesome twosome on his way. He manages to do it, puts capture stream on the twosome, trucks further south. Finally over to Egon. He's only got 1 action in the lower right, but he captures that gate there as well. Alright, everything's coming together. Until the chaos die comes out. Chaos die comes out and gets the chaos symbol. All the ghosts come out and just start angrily punching my Ghostbusters. Egon gets another slime token, putting him at 3. Ray gets slimed twice. He's at 3. Venkman was already at the max number of slime counters. Only business that's going to have a worse day than this is going to be our dry cleaner. Back to the Ghostbusters, all Venkman can do is remove a single slime token. Ray removes a slime token from himself for free and moves south to help out Winston. Winston could shoot at the gate, but then he would lose the capture stream on that gruesome twosome, and so he goes ahead and shoots at that, captures it, which is great, and then gets a free move action, which he uses to get all the way to the bottom of the map. He has a clear line of sight to that lower left gate, takes a shot at that, but he misses, gets himself slimed, and a galloping ghoul comes out. Nothing Egon can do but remove a slime counter from himself. The chaos die again gives us the wavy line gate. A gruesome twosome emerges, and it merges to the right, so it passes through the galloping ghoul and ends up in the space with another gruesome twosome, forming another boogaloo manifestation. With all the galloping ghouls running off the board and the twosomes forming into boogaloo manifestations, a total of 8 ghosts have been removed from play. That makes it a lot more difficult to keep the numbers in the spirit world up. And we finally remember to move Slimer. I think we forgot the last turn, so we kind of catch him up 2 spaces. He gets to the first slime token. Now he's going to be harder to catch when we finally can start shooting at him. It is possible that if we'd remembered to move him correctly, he might have blocked Egon's shots to the gate in the lower right, but what can you do? We're doing our best. Venkman's up, he gets into the car for a free maneuver, and he drives the Ecto-1 down to Ray. We're going to gather up the Ghostbusters once we get this gate closed, and we'll go chasing after Slimer. Ray removes the slime from himself, he goes and captures a nearby galloping ghoul and sticks it straight in the Ecto-1. We need ghosts in the spirit world. The good news, though, is that if we close this last gate, there is no way for new ghosts to emerge. We don't have to worry about that anymore. The bad news is that Winston takes his shot and he misses, meaning he gets slimed, he now has 3 slime tokens on him, and the ghoul that we just deposited comes right back out. Egon moves to the left to help out, and the chaos die gives us a closed gate, which means everyone gets a slime token. All my Ghostbusters are at 3 slime tokens again, except for Ray. If it was not for Ray's ability to remove slime tokens from himself for free, all the Ghostbusters might just get stuck in some of these situations. Really need Ray stands on your team. Slime removes his 1 square and we're back to the Ghostbusters. Venkman removes his slime, Ray removes a slime for free. Ray moves to the side of the ectomobile, then shoots at a nearby galloping ghoul, capturing him and removing a slime from Winston. Winston then moves up, takes the ghost from Ray, and deposits in the Ecto-1, and Egon wipes off some slime. Chaos Die gives us the wavy lines again, which is a bit of a break. If we'd all just gotten slimed again, we would have been making no progress. A ghoul does emerge and Slimer does move up, but we need to find a way to get ourselves cleaned up and moving forward. Pete Venkman gets out of the Ecto-1 and then fires at that lower left gate and actually hits. Ray removes a slime token from himself, fires at the gate, hits that as well, removes a slime token from Winston. He then uses his final action to also remove a slime from Winston. Look at us getting all clean. Winston captures a nearby galloping ghoul, which means he gets to move a little bit for free. He deposits the ghoul and a gruesome twosome in the car. Doesn't really matter, but it's a free action, so might as well. And then he removes 2 slime tokens from Venkman. Spick and span. Egon moves off to the left a little bit and gets in the Ecto-1. So now that we've closed all the gates, there's only 2 results that can happen with the Chaos Die. 5 out of 6 times, everyone that can see a gate is going to take a slime token, which isn't great, and then the Chaos Die symbol will make all the ghosts move around, which also isn't great. Either way, we're going to get a bunch of slime tokens. We get a closed gate, everyone can see a gate, we all get a slime token. Slimer moves up 1, back to the Ghostbusters. Venkman removes a slime token from Winston and then gets in the car. Ray removes a slime token from himself and also gets in. Winston takes a move action to hop into the car. That was a mistake that we had done in the previous 3 games. We thought the only way to get in and out of the car was using your maneuver. You can enter and exit as part of a regular move action, which means that you can get in and out in the course of a single turn. So that's what Winston does. He goes and drives off to the right and then gets out again using his maneuver. Egon also exits as his maneuver and then uses his full action to remove a slime token from himself. We've got Slimer in our sights. Chaos Die gives us a closed gate symbol again. Everyone gets a slime token. Slimer moves up a little bit. Venkman's gonna start out. Oh, we got a bunch of charged particles for this guy. He takes a shot, but he misses, gets himself slimed, and then Slimer runs off in a random direction, and he runs off to the right, meaning he goes off the side of the table and ends up all the way over on the left. We don't want that, so we use Ray's level 5 ability to re-roll that die, and he does it again. While it does mean that Slimer is miles away from that next slime token he has to pick up, somehow we have to chase him all the way back and capture the guy. Nice work, Venkman. So Ray's next. He removes a slime token from himself for free, gets out with his maneuver, removes 2 slime tokens from Venkman, not that he deserves it, and then uses a move action to get back in the car. Winston removes 2 slime tokens from Egon, gets in the car himself. Egon gets in the car, uses 2 actions to drive off to the left, go chase down this little green monster. And for his last action, he walks out and gets to a space where he doesn't have line of sight to one of those gates that keep sliming us. Chaos Die gives us a closed gate again. Egon was smart, but Ray, Winston, and Venkman all get slimed, and we forget to move Slimer his 1 space. I don't think it matters. Venkman uses his 1 and only action to move off to the left. Ray de-slimes himself. He gets out of the car, and then in an uncanny bit of accuracy, puts 2 capture streams on Slimer. This allows him to take a slime token off of both Egon and Venkman, but then he misses with his 3rd action and gets himself slimed. Still, pretty good turn. Winston gets out of the Ecto-1, takes a shot at Slimer, but misses, giving Ray another slime token and making Slimer flee off to the bottom right. That means Egon has to go chasing after him, takes 2 move actions to the right, and then with his final action, hits Slimer. 3 capture streams on him, we're getting close. Die rolls up another closed gate, everyone gets slimed, and Slimer moves out of range of Ray. Back down to 1 capture stream. Venkman's turn. He's got revenge on his mind. Hits Slimer, but gets slimed in return when the guy charges after him. Ray removes a slime token from himself and takes a shot at Slimer. Misses him though. Slime's just flying everywhere. Both Ray and Venkman have our max 3 again. Winston removes a slime token from himself on his turn. Then Egon backs up a little bit and fires again at Slimer, hitting him. Getting close again. But then the stupid Chaos Die comes out again, so all the ghosts go running around, including Slimer. We can't re-roll the direction on these things, and Slimer goes and runs behind the bus, out of line of sight of all the Ghostbusters. We lose all our capture streams again. Between all the slime tokens that we get and the speed at which we can lose our capture streams, this is kind of a frustrating scenario. Anyway, Winston gets slimed by the wandering boogaloo manifestations, and we're back to the hero turn. All Venkman can do is remove a slime from himself. Ray uses a free action to take one slime off of himself, and then his full series of actions to do it again. Winston removes one. Egon's the only one with a regular action, goes and moves up to the north. And then we roll that chaos die symbol again. These ghosts are so angry. Winston is slimed, Pete's slimed, Ray is slimed twice. We are having trouble just getting actions. I'm not sure how we're going to run down this guy. Venkman again spends his whole turn removing one slime token. At least Ray can remove two from himself. Winston, one slime token gets removed. Egon has one action, but he does use it to just take off one slime token. Chaos Die gives us a closed gate. Everyone gets a slime token back. That's frustrating. And Slimer moves his square. Ghostbuster turn, we do the Pete special of just scrubbing off more slime. Ray removes a slime from himself for free and then takes two move actions to get out of line of sight of these gates. We're figuring out that the way you got to do this is shoot at Slimer from just this narrow corridor out of sight of these gates. I don't think Winston has any way of getting away from these gates though. If we keep getting slimed, then we're just going to be stuck there. He removes a slime from himself, but Egon's actually in a position to take a shot at Slimer and he hits. Slimer comes charging after Egon. End of the turn, we roll the chaos die, get a closed gate. Everyone except for Ray gets another slime token. And, of course, we forget to move Slimer. Although, in this case, it probably would have helped us if we had done that. So Venkman and Winston are just stuck. Venkman takes off a slime token. Ray can remove a slime token for free, so now he can take a shot at Slimer and he hits, which is great. He takes a slime token off of Egon as part of his special rule. He does get slimed when Slimer charges him after that hit. He then takes another shot at Slimer. He misses, which means that Ray picks up two more slime tokens. Nothing Winston can do but to take off a slime token. Egon can fire though, but he misses. Get slimed. Slimer moves off to the lower left, just barely still in range so that Ray keeps his capture stream on him. Closed gate gives everyone a slime token. We're all at our max of 3. Slimer hasn't moved in this picture, but we are going to move him. Venkman removes some slime from himself. Ray does as well for his free action. That means he will get an action this round. He goes and shoots at Slimer. He hits him. That's cool. Ray takes a slime token, but he's able to take one off of Egon. Winston de-slimes on the other side of the board. Egon now has an action, which is nice. Takes a shot at Slimer and he hits. That's 4 capture streams on Slimer. We are so close. Slimer comes charging back at Egon, covers him in some more slime. We are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but we have been here before. We're just waiting for something to go horribly wrong. We get a closed gate again. Everyone goes up to 3 slime tokens, which isn't great. Slimer moves his 1 square. We're back to Venkman. He takes off his 1 slime token. Ray removes a slime token for free. He's got 1 action. If he can hit Slimer on a 4+, then we've won. If he doesn't, then he's going to get Slimer charging through him, and Egon won't have any actions to finish up this round, and this nonsense is going to keep going. Ray gets the shot. 5 capture streams from Ray and Egon. Slimer is captured. The Ghostbusters have won their first campaign. That was brutal. Besides a couple of times when the ghost in the spirit world got real low, we weren't necessarily in danger of losing the scenario, but it was taking forever. There's almost 100 photos in this battle report. Just the raw amount of slime tokens that the Ghostbusters collected, especially at the end, when almost every die roll was going to give a slime token to everyone who can see a gate, and there aren't a whole lot of spaces on the board where you can't see a gate. And then the ease at which you can lose all your capture streams. I think we had some unlucky rounds, missing a bunch of those gates, all those boogaloo manifestations, and all the times we rolled the chaos die. I actually think we worked together fairly well, but there was just nothing we could do to try and drag Winston and Pete out from the areas they got themselves stuck in. If you guys play this scenario, just keep in mind where you stand. I know you have to move to chase down Slimer and go after these gates, but as soon as you can, as soon as those gates get closed, you need to move away and just kind of live in that middle section of the board where you can't see them. So that was the first campaign, and I'm a little on the fence about this game. I like the models, I think the mechanics are fun. I of course love the theme, and I can't wait for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. But some of the scenarios are kind of frustrating. The first one where your ghosts just keep popping out, you don't feel like you're making any progress, and this one where you just get trapped under a mountain of slime. I'm very happy I got to play this game with my kids, but I don't think it was a great choice. I think it tended to drag on and got a little frustrating. If I keep going with this game, and I probably am, I got all these models painted, I want to do something with them. I think I'm going to play the game solo. It'll allow me to keep better track of the actions that these Ghostbusters take, and when they have 3 actions and all these special abilities, it can get a little confusing to figure it out after the photos are taken. And I think there are probably better games for younger players. It's not complicated, but I think some of the scenarios just grind on a little bit too long. But that's just my opinion. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, observations, or concerns. I'm excited about seeing Ghostbusters on the big screen again. I'll see you on the next one.